Hello everyone, I'm here again. I'm connecting today because I want to go over the reasons why I started with the GLP-1 medication, what brought me there, and what were the elements that influenced me to make that decision, and how did I get started. And so I want to talk about that today. I have done this series already in the channel in Spanish, but I want to do the same in English so that we can have a better outreach and continue to grow the channel and continue to have conversation in Spanish, in English, in whichever language, so that we can help as many people as possible. So with that, I want to start talking about why I made the decision, or what brought me to that decision to start in the GLP-1 medication. So I have always been slim in build. Was always gravitating between, my weight was always gravitating between 130 to 145. It didn't matter if I gained a little weight, I always gravitated between those two numbers until I hit menopause. Once I hit menopause, and that's a different topic for another day, I started gaining weight, significant amount of weight. I went all the way to 175, which for my body frame is obesity, really. It was too much. I was already having issues with my blood pressure, cholesterol, and a lot of joint pain due to the fact that I had too much weight for my body. And so I remember one specific instance where we had traveled for vacation with my husband to Budapest. And in Budapest, every street is in an angle, and you have to climb. Almost every street is designed that way. And I couldn't climb, I couldn't walk. I was super short of breath. I was having really a tough time with that weight that I was carrying in my body and the secondary effects of being that overweight. And so based on that, I heard somewhere that a lot of the instances where you gain this amount of weight, specifically around the menopause years, is due to hormones. So instinctively, I made an appointment with my gynecologist and requested to do like some sort of blood test to check all my hormonal levels and see if the weight that I was gaining was related to hormones. And so I did that, and when I went back and I met with her to discuss my options and discuss the results of the labs, she really brought it up. She brought up the GLP-1 medication, and obviously my weight gain was definitely related to hormonal changes during menopause. And we had a very honest conversation. She was pretty transparent. She said the only way that you're going to really lose the weight that you want and really be back to like that number of 130 to 145 is by getting you in this treatment with GLP-1. And so she explained, she was super good, and I will forever be thankful to her for that. She explained the pros, the cons, and then she built up a plan for me. And we started with, the plan was to start in the lowest dosage, which was 2.5 milligrams, and then work ourselves if I wasn't losing the weight on that dose, work the dose up to 5.0 and so on. But in preparation for that, she recommended that I started taking probiotics a couple of weeks ahead of starting the treatment. And also she provided me with a list of supplements, such as, for me, in my case, the needs that I had. It was iron, it was the probiotic that I mentioned, it was omega-3, folic acid for the joints, and also a multivitamin to help me out in general and any deficiencies that I may have, or since I was going to be in this treatment, that I could use those supplements to be able to help my body deal with losing weight. And so that was the plan, and that's pretty much why I made the decision to start in GLP-1. It was really my only option, not only to lose weight, but to start correcting already the issues that I was having health-wise, such as high blood pressure and issues in my joints, not being able to have the mobility that I used to have. And so I made the decision. I think it was a great decision. I have gone through this process now for 6 months. I have attained the weight that I wanted to attain, and I have had, it has been a great journey for me. I've learned a lot. I learned what went well, what I should have done differently. Also, I learned a lot of things that I wish somebody would have told me that you will go through during this treatment, so I could have either prepared for it or prevented those symptoms that I have experienced. And with that, I'm going to pause here. That's basically the reason why I started in this journey with GLP-1. And the next video, I'm going to go more in details of those symptoms that you go through while being in this treatment, and things that I would have done differently. And so thank you so much. And if you can please in the comments, if you can share with me if you started this treatment, what made you decide to start in GLP-1, and anything that you want to share. And thank you again for joining the conversation.